And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another trade recap. Has been quite a while, so I'm very excited to do another recap. Did have a system loss today, but as always, guys, the profit and the wins heavily outweigh the losses, so we're still up well over 30 bands for the month, but we're going to go ahead and recap this trade right here. So let's go ahead and rewind the chart to 930. This is the rejection block strategy as well for anybody curious. So let's go ahead and break down how this day went. So first and foremost, guys, you can see going into the New York session, we did have a few things working for us. We had a 4-hour order block down here, and specifically the order block mean threshold that I was looking for a rejection block off of. So this was the 4-hour PD array that we were hunting our confirmation off of. And along with that, we had a new day opening gap. Just had a lot of things that were keeping us bullish, but the only thing we had going against us was that 4-hour order block mean threshold that we were still technically respecting. But we did have a draw up to London high, which eventually we ended up pricing up towards, but for the time being, we were still in retracement mode. So I was simply waiting for a retracement to that 4-hour order block mean threshold, waiting for a rejection block, and I was teeing off of that rejection block. So you can see price opens up here. We do form exactly that. Now initially, I didn't think we'd even retrace back down here just because of how far we traveled up on this candle, but we did leave behind a very nice rejection block off of that level. So of course, that is where I ended up placing my order here. As you can see, 10-point stop, targeting a 1 to 6 as usual. So we'll go down to the 1 minute and see how that decided to price out. But one thing I wanted to mention was the fact that I used half risk on this in anticipation of something I saw before. So over here, you can see we had a nice rejection block off of the 4-hour top of the order block, and we ended up coming down here trying to respect it, but ultimately we respected almost like the 90% retracement or whatever that would be, and then delivered up. So already I knew price today had a tendency to reach pretty deep into these wicks, so if I was to lose, that would likely be the reason why. So in anticipation for that, I did use half risk, but we did have a nice 2022 model here as well, so it gave me the comfort to at least give it an attempt. And you can see here it starts out pretty well. We did have a few students bag a 1 to 1 or a 1 to 2 off that. Did travel for about a 1 to 2.3, but of course I like to keep it pretty systematic, so I ended up leaving it for either full stop loss or full TP, and in this case we just decided to run the stop, and after that we delivered to full target. Now a lot of traders, they're going to take this personal, but as always, guys, we don't take anything the market does personally. So it's not like they knew my stop loss was there or they purposely stopped me out, then ran to my TP. So we're not going to go in and chase a move or break our discipline or our structure because of that. Simply was a system loss. But you can see here, it is interesting. We did do the same thing we did here where we reach real deep into the wick, and then eventually we do form that rejection. So that was all that happened there, guys. So you can see here, the arrows pop up. We did get stopped there, and then it ran up shortly after that. So overall, great learning experience and definitely something to study when it comes to the rejection blocks. But if you want to learn this strategy, same strategy we've been absolutely cranking with in the Discord, go ahead and click the top right-hand corner. And as always, links in the description for everything. But you guys have a blessed night, and we will see you in the next video.